Welcome back to another episode of Carson's Aquatics. Today, we're going to be setting up 2 new tanks in the fish room. Just to get you guys all caught up, right there we have the 75-gallon American cichlid tank. Right here is the 40-gallon angelfish and African clawed frog tank. Right there is the tadpole grow-out tank. And some interesting stuff happened in the tadpole tank. Basically, I went camping one weekend, and when I got back, there were 3 tadpoles left, including this huge one. There's another one back there, and then not sure what the third one is. And this guy, if you look real closely, is actually starting to grow his legs. You guys see that? Super cool. It does suck that all but 3 tadpoles didn't make it, but I mean, there's nothing I could really do. I'm not gonna separate every single tadpole. I'm assuming the big one like killed and ate all the other ones because they're gone. But hey, at least we got a few survivors. This is my first go around as a frog breeder. So yeah, just thought I'd let you guys know about that. Moving on. Nothing is right there, but a tank is going to be going there today. And we got the TV, the speakers, the PlayStation. We got our box turtle enclosure right here, then an empty 10-gallon. And this is where another tank is going today. And on the other side of the room, we got our 10-gallon Buenos Aires Tetras grow-out tank. They're getting pretty big, and we'll talk more about them in a second. And then right next to them is the indoor turtle pond that we set up in our last video. And I can't show you guys too much of that because I did actually get a new turtle, and you guys will be seeing that in my next video. But yeah, here's the plan for today. First, I'm going to go upstairs and drain the 55-gallon tank because that is coming down here today. That's going to go right there, so we're gonna have to move the box turtles, and that is gonna stay as our community tank. So when I drain it, I'm gonna have to take all the fish out, and you'll see all that here in just a second. And then after that, we're gonna put the 25-gallon right here. I'm gonna need to build a stand for that, so I'm not sure if that's gonna be done tonight. At the latest, it'll be done tomorrow afternoon. Obviously, you'll still see it in this video. And that tank is gonna be the new home for these baby Buenos Aires Tetras. There's like 30 or 40 of them in here. They cannot stay in this 10-gallon for very much longer, so they'll be going in the 25-gallon just to grow a little bit more before I can sell them to a fish store or figure out something else to do with them. So what I'm actually going to do first is just put the 25-gallon right here just to have it in place so we can start getting a feel for things. So let's do that. Yeah, so there we go. That's about where the 25-gallon is going to be. Obviously, like I said, we're building a stand for it. The stand is going to be very similar to this one. And just to match the whole black theme, I will be painting this hood black as well. So everything will match, and it's going to look super cool. So now we're going to head upstairs to my bedroom and start getting the 55-gallon ready to come down. Alrighty guys, so here's what I'm doing. First of all, I'm filling this bucket with tank water. That's what we're going to put all the fish in while we move this tank and set it up downstairs. Then after that's done filling, we're going to drain the tank using my garden hose, which goes out the window into the yard, and I'm gonna unwrangle that in a second. So that's gonna drain this tank, and when it gets to about like right here, I'm gonna go in and scoop out all the fish, put them in the bucket, then we'll be able to move the tank downstairs, fill it back up, and move the fish back in. So that will actually be enough water in the bucket. So I'm gonna move that to the side, and I'm just gonna turn off this whole power strip, the lights, the filter, everything. Now I'm gonna head outside and suck on the end of the hose so it can start siphoning out. Alright guys, and as you can see there, we have created a siphon, and our tank is draining out the window into the yard. So we're gonna let the tank drain to about 2 inches of water, and we'll scoop all the fish out, put them in the bucket. You guys know the plan. Alright guys, I've gotten out as much water as possible. So now I'm just gonna unhook everything, and then me and my brother are gonna take the stand and the tank downstairs. Alrighty guys, so the tank is full, and that actually took way longer than it looked like. The clip you just saw was me filling it up the first time, but it turns out the left side was a ½ inch lower than the right, and that's just because the floor in my basement is off level. So I completely drained the tank, and I cut out a ½ inch thick piece of plywood and slid it under this side, started filling it up. It filled up like to there. Then I realized it was even more off level than it was before, and I thought about it and realized I should have put the wood on that side. So I drained it back down, took the wood out from there, and slid it in there, and now the tank is level. The water level is perfect on both sides, and that was just an extremely long and annoying process, but it's whatever. Now we got to give the tank some time to get up to the proper temperature, and then we can put the fish back in. Alright guys, as you saw there, I just got the quarantine tank all set up. If you don't already know, I have 5 neon tetras in there. They have cotton mouth, that's why they aren't in this tank. But as you can see there, the heater is not glowing and the thermometer reads about 78. So we're gonna go ahead and put our fish into the 55. This is the best way I can really think to do this. So we're gonna go for a little bit of a ride. There we go, everyone's in. Alrighty guys, and just about the last thing for tonight, I'm going to put this piece of driftwood back in here just so they can have a hiding spot. I'm not going to put the dragon stone back in here yet. I'm just going to wait until I rescape this tank to do that. So we'll just put that right down there. So now I'm pretty much just going to go upstairs and bring down all the little random stuff that was under the tank. I'm just going to organize everything. That's all boring, so I'm not going to film it. But I am going to pick the camera back up in the morning, and we're going to build the stand for the 25 gallon and get that tank all set up. So I'll see you in the morning. Alrighty guys, so it is the next day, and I already went ahead and built the stand. Here's a quick little summary of that. And if you want to see how exactly I built this, I made a step-by-step tutorial that I'll actually have posted on my second channel. Yes, I did make a second channel just for like educational how-to stuff. So that's where you can find this full video. But anyway, let's see how the tank looks on our new stand. Looks just how it should look. Yeah, and if you guys remember that like wooden lid that goes on top, I did also paint that black, and it's still drying. It's taking longer than the stand did to dry. So we'll just put that on later. So we're just gonna start filling up this tank. Alright, so that's where we're going to stop it for just a sec, because I'm going to use the tank water that's already with the Buenos Aires Tetras right now. So I'm pretty much going to drain this tank like halfway to the point where I can pick it up. I'm going to dump all that water into the tank, and then I'll just dump the rest of the water with the fish in it straight into the tank as well, just so I don't have to struggle with netting all the fish out. Alright, so we got our first bucket of tank water right here. Alright, and now we're going to dump everything else into the tank. So we'll fill it up the rest of the way in just a sec. I do want to get everything running, like the filter, heater, lights, all that. And now the light. And there it is. Hopefully that filter isn't too strong that it'll suck up any of the fish. Yeah, I'm actually gonna shut off the big filter. There's still some real small fish in here, and I don't want them getting sucked up. So what we'll do until they put on some more size is we'll just go with the sponge filter for now. Obviously they can't get sucked up into this. So yeah, that's what we'll go with for now. Give them some more time to bulk up to the point where they wouldn't get sucked up into the hang on the back filter. And I'll say in like 2 more weeks, these guys should be ready to get sold to a pet store. I'm probably gonna keep like 3 more of them. I'm gonna put these plants in here. These were in their old tank, so that'll just give them some places to hide. There we go. Now I'm just gonna fill the tank the rest of the way up. Right here I've got a glass hood for this tank. And there we go. So our glass lid is on. Now pretty much the last thing to do is just put that giant hood on here. Again, I did paint that black, and it should be just about done drying. So let's go bring it in. That looks awesome. This thing looks so much better black. Here's a little close-up of that. That turned out real nice. It looks so much better than it did before. It all goes good together. So that's pretty much it. We brought 3 new tanks into the fish room. 1, 2, and 3 because of the quarantine tank. Yeah, I think I'm most excited about this one because with that lid, it just looks super cool. And eventually, whenever all these Buenos Aires Tetras get big enough and we can sell them to a fish store, I'll then completely redo this tank as well, make it look super naturalistic like the 40 and the 75, and the 55 at that point will also be completely redone. So both of the big tanks that we set up today, in a couple weeks here, will look completely different. But that was a big step we took today for the fish room. The 55 was definitely a pain to bring down here, but that's just what we had to do. Today's comment of the day goes out to Anthony Blanc. I can't wait to see the new turtle you're getting. I also cannot wait for you guys to see the turtle I got, and you will be seeing that in my next video, so stay tuned. And if you want your comment to be the comment of the day in the next video, all you got to do is drop a comment down below, and that could happen. And if you liked this video, be sure to hit that like button, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button, turn on post notifications, and I am going to see you in the next video. It smells like onions down here. Is that me or you?
Yeah, I just ate onions.
Oh, okay.